together for Ann Arbor Roller Derby A team. Number 0, Dom Sawyer. 00, Blue-Eyed Bruiser. 05, Skater Boy. 125, Murder by Proxy. 14, Sonnet Boom. 179, Sydney Bean. 187, Slamlet. One of your captains for this evening, 420, Ashtray. 55, Meg A. Bacon. 62, Fracture Mechanics. 713, Shrewd Folly. 731, Hand Over Fist. Your other captain this evening, Terminator, number 800. And 97, Smarty Plants. Your coaches this evening are going to be Leslie Lethal and Betty Lockdown. This is your Ann Arbor Roller Derby A team. Now, while our roller derby teams are super fun and exciting, let's not forget to give a huge round of applause for all of our officials this evening, both skating and non-skating officials. Our skating officials this evening are going to be Austin, Busta, Deets, Geonetter, Not Be Karen, Ope, and Rob Anybody. Our non-skating officials will be Boss Kitty, Big Tails, Box Fox, Boxy Lady, Cobra, Coffins, Concerto, Crush, Fee, Muff, Nebula, Savage, Sand, and Vic. Huge thank you to all of our refs and NSOs tonight, because without them, there would be no roller derby. Speaking of roller derby, here at Ann Arbor Roller Derby, we believe that roller derby is for everyone. And then yes, that does mean everyone, no matter your age, gender identity, race, abilities, you are welcome here. Saying that, Ann Arbor Roller Derby is also going to have a crash course that starts in September. There'll be more information on that later. For now, let's give our hands together for our first jam of our first game this evening. With that whistle, that means that we are about to begin. Looks like jamming for Ann Arbor is Hanover Fist. And for Vet City, that's number 3, Stellar Lunar. With the whistle blows, they are off. So for those of you who are new to roller derby, the person you don't necessarily want to focus on the most, but focus on, is our jammer. They are the person with the stars on their heads. You will see that hand over fist is tapping their hips, and that's the signal, the end of the game. So in roller derby, a common question is, where's the ball? Well, the ball is a human being, and they're going to get jostled and hit and blocked and all of the things to try not to score points. In roller derby, you are eligible to score points after your first initial pass. On the line for number, we have Skater Boy, and I can't see who it is for Vet City. Forgive me, I'm in a different. Up on the inside, Skater Boy has to go against Beast Mode and Stellar Lunar, but Skater Boy is your lead jammer for Ann Arbor. Vet City playing some offense. Somebody falls pretty hard. Skater Boy is already back up. That helmet cover is coming off, and that jammer is looking for a star pass. In this game, you can pass the star to your pivot. That is the person with the stripe on the helmet. But it looks like Skater Boy has picked up a penalty, a cut track, and is going to the penalty box. Penalties will be 30 seconds, which will allow the jammer to stand in the last 5-10 seconds of their penalty. So right now, that means Vet City Roller Derby is on a power jam. Right now, Vet City is working hard to get their jammer, that's Roadrunner, out. So that way they can be on their initial scoring pass, and they do. So next pass around, Roadrunner will be eligible to score points for Vet City and put our first points on the board, maybe. Skater Boy has been released from the penalty box, and Vet City lines up to be prepared to block them. Ann Arbor doing an incredible job in the front, creating a three-person wall that is doing a wonderful job at holding Roadrunner back. Skater Boy is doing incredible at moving them feet side to side and looking for an opening and pushing them forward. There is a thing as in play and out of play, and if Skater Boy can push them forward, he can get out and pick up 4 points for Ann Arbor Roller Derby. 15 seconds left on the jam clock, and that will be another 4 points for Skater Boy. Roadrunner is still in there trying to get out to gather their points. Skater Boy spins around, picks up another 4 points for Ann Arbor Roller Derby. Our current score is 12 Ann Arbor Roller Derby and 3 Vet City. Both teams putting points on the board this last jam. Up on the jammer line, that's 4-1-3. Genferno for Vet City taking a tumble with Slamlet, and that is Hammer up against Vet City from Ann Arbor. Hammer is also an incredible speed skater and will be competing on Team Norway this year at the Roller Derby World Cup. A beautiful wall from Vet City by Coco Fry, and that's 2-2-2-2 out of control, or Bangs McCoy going to the penalty box. Hammer is eligible to score points. Genferno still having a difficult time with that Ann Arbor wall. They're doing a great job at recycling. Another whistle is blown, and that is another Vet City skater going to the penalty box. 2-on-4 up Ann Arbor Roller Derby. A quick flip with the hips, and Hammer is through. Last person that they need to go against is Coco Fry. Whoops. And a quick little tumble. Hammer is through. 55 seconds left. You're good. On the jam clock, Hammer so far has picked up 8 points for Ann Arbor Roller Derby. Genferno has been released from the penalty box and is trying to find their way through. Nice little cluster, and Hammer runs on the outside line, picking up another 4 points for Ann Arbor Roller Derby. Looks like the star has been passed, and that pivot has it. That is 149 Bambi Thumper taking the star pass. They are now eligible to score points for Vet City. Hammer looking for the call on the bench from Leslie and picking up another couple of points for Ann Arbor. That brings our total to 27. Ann Arbor. Ooh, and Vet City snuck through and picked up a couple of points as well, and that's 5 for Vet City as well. Five seconds has been called. That is Sonnet Boom skating for Ann Arbor Roller Derby. Sonnet Boom also skates for Jewish Roller Derby and will be competing in the World Cup this year. She is fighting against Vet City, but she is the lead jammer. But Vet City jammer, that is Stiller Lunar, is out, forcing Sonnet to call the jam. 0-0. Hanover Fist is back on the line for Ann Arbor Roller Derby, taking a hard hit to the inside and forced to reset. In the back, Ann Arbor is doing an excellent job of holding back that City Jammer. Slamlet coming up to play some offense. Hannah still being pushed to the inside by Coco Fry. The Vet City Jammer playing a little defense too and pushing Hannah to the outside, but still caught behind the wall of Shrewd Fali and other Ann Arbor skaters. Hanover Fist able to cleanly get through and pick up a lead jammer for Ann Arbor roller derby. Quickly through and picks up another 4 points for Ann Arbor. The star has been passed, and that is Bambi Thumper with it, who is able to score points now for Vet City. Hannah trying to squeak through, and the whistle is called off. No points for Vet City. 2 points up for Ann Arbor. Skater Boy is on the line for Ann Arbor, who is caught behind Beast Mode as they push up. That's Roadrunner Janning for Vet City. A wall of Dom Fracture Mechanics, and I believe that's Plants. Hanging on to that jammer as Skater Boy tries to work their way through the front. Vet City doing an excellent job recycling, but Skater Boy is your lead jammer. Ooh, a big offensive move for 92 on Vet City. That's Big City Slam living up to her name. A big old slam moving that Ann Arbor jammer. Skater Boy hit to the inside. Helmet cover is off and runners through, is now eligible to score points, but Skater Boy puts a shutdown to that after picking up 4 additional points for Ann Arbor. Oh. 20 minutes left in the first half of our first game. 5 seconds is in the air. Whistle has blown. Slamlet playing some offense in the beginning, but it looks like it's working for Stellar Lunar instead, who is your lead jammer. Hammer has the helmet cover off, but it looks like a big hit from one of the Vet City blockers has pushed them and their pivot to the inside. Slamlet has hit Stellar Lunar to the inside, but she's back in, hopping and working their way around Ann Arbor. Hammer is now through and eligible to score points for Ann Arbor as Stella Lunar is stuck on the inside. Hands to the hips, and she will call it off, but not before picking up a solid 4 points for Vet City. Official timeout has been called. Sometimes these things happen. Officials are people too and need to make sure that everything is running smoothly. Are you having fun out there, Ann Arbor? Are you having fun out there, Vet City? All right. What's the point of going to roller derby if you're not having fun? I mean, seriously, I don't want to be bored. Our current score right now is 38-5, but with our official review, I feel like that is going to change. Sometimes we have mechanical errors, or I guess technical errors from our equipment, so hold tight. If you see roller derby and you're like, oh my goodness, I want to do that, that is my calling. Trust me, we've all been there. So Ann Arbor is going to have a crash course, which is where they're going to teach you how to play roller derby. So if you, your friends, your family, or anybody wants to go and join, you can get some more information at the merch table. But during the crash course, not only will they teach you to skate, they'll teach you the basics of roller derby, but you're like, you know what, Bamia, I don't want to get hit. that's cool because you get to be a ref if you want to, or an NSO. You can still skate and be a part of roller derby in a different way. You don't just have to be, getting thrown around like some of us did for a very long time. With the score adjusted, brings our score to 38, Ann Arbor 9. Once again, if you're interested in joining the sport, go check out more information at the merch table. Now that we've got more people here, is this anybody's first time to a roller derby bout? Besides who I waved to over there, you're still special to me. If anybody has any questions, there is someone walking around with a sign that says, "Ask me about Derby." I promise they're very nice. Also, it seems like a lot of people have been to roller derby before, so they should know. If anybody is mean to you, please come tell me. I'll handle it. I will. But they shouldn't be, because roller derby is fun and for everybody. Official review still going on, so I'm just going to keep yapping because why not? Oh, they cut me off. Everybody's so lucky. Seriously. Don't forget to go get tacos at Tacos El Mariachi Loco. They are parked right outside. You can't miss them. I smell them, and I'm sad I got a wrap before I came here. Anyways, moving forward, whistle blows. That is Sonnet Boom, jamming for Ann Arbor, and she is your lead jammer. Ooh, a big hit from Slam from Vet City. Their jammer is still stuck in the back of the pack. Sonnet Boom coming up and making contact with Beast Mode, who's quick to recover. Vet City skaters taking a tumble, and Sonnet is through to pick up 4 points for Ann Arbor Roller Derby. Ginferno is stuck behind a wall of fracture, ashtray, and plants. A star pass has happened. That was a big fall, and that looks like 92 Big City Slam is going to the penalty box. Sonnet Boom is going to call off that jam, getting a total of 8 points, bringing Ann Arbor up to 46. Vet City will start a skater down, as it looks like that skater was called on a high block. For those of you who don't know this, there are penalties that are being called. Just because this is a full contact sport doesn't mean that we can't be safe. So you can't hit anybody in the head or kick anybody or pull anybody down, and that's really just the basics. Hanover Fist jamming for Ann Arbor Roller Derby, trying to get some offense from Slamlet, who pulls back and acts as a bridge to make sure that the Ann Arbor skaters can play. Hanover Fist working really hard to get past the wall of Coco Fry. Bambi Thumper, and is out, and is your lead jammer. Helmet cover is off. That's Bambi Thumper, who is now your pivot. Whistle is blowing. Somebody's going to the penalty box at Slamlet. Big ol' hit from Big City Slam gets the Vet City jammer through. Coco Fry hitting Hanover Fist to the outside. They will tap their hits. 2 points picked up for Hanover Fist in that jam. Thank you. Skater Boy is on the line for Ann Arbor Roller Derby, and that's Stellar Lunar up there for Vet City. Stellar Lunar really working through and picking up a lead jammer. Skater Boy having a tough time getting through Beast Mode and a few other of those Vet City skaters. A big swoop to the outside, and Stellar Lunar is picking up 4 points for Vet City. Skater Boy is eligible to score points. Let's see what Vet City decides to do. They're going to call it off. No points picked up during that second pass. So as it stands, the score is 48-13. That is Hammer jamming for Ann Arbor. And I can't see the jammer, but that's okay. I believe that's 101 Roadrunner. Yes. Hammer having a difficult time getting through this wall of Vet City. Vet City in the past few minutes has really been able to lock down their defense and slow these Ann Arbor jammers down. They're doing an excellent job at adapting to gameplay. Hammer getting a little bit spun around, but that's okay. Hammer is your lead jammer. Vet City going to use some of the chaos to try to get their jammer out. Hammer back up, re-meeting that Vet City wall as Roadrunner has been slowed down again by Slamlet, who's 55, and Maggie Bacon. Ooh, a beautiful little star pass. And that's to Bambi and Thumper, who's taken most of the star passes this evening for Vet City. Bambi Thumper coming through, passing her own skaters and meeting Ann Arbor blockers. There's a tumble on the outside, a whistle is blown, and a Vet City skater is going to the box, but Bambi and Thumper has picked up 4 points for Vet City, so worth it. A loud howler from the Ann Arbor bench lets Hammer know to call it off. 1 additional point was picked up by Bambi Thumper right before the whistle. That brings our total to 52-18. No, this is fine. Sonnet Boom jamming for Ann Arbor. Whistle is blown, and with a spin, whoop, and a fall, she is your lead jammer. Vet City jammer still stuck in the back. That's Dom Sawyer doing a huge drawback. That Vet City jammer is going to try to squeak through, but Sonnet has some fancy feet on the inside line and is able to pick up 4 points for Ann Arbor. Jen Furno being stuck behind Ashtray, Dom Sawyer, and Smarty Plants. Extra Mechanics acting as a brace, but also some great offense. Roadrunner coming back to play some offense for Jen Furno. Star pass happens, but directly into the chest of Fracture Mechanics, which I can promise you from experience is where nobody wants to be. Sonnet Boom being slowed down a little bit by the Vet City skaters, and with a tap to the hips will call off the jam. Sonnet picking up an additional 2 points. That brings our score to 62-18. Timeout going called for Vet City Roller Derby Vixens. A little fun facts about our team this evening. Vet City Roller Derby Vixens, they are located in Bowling Green, Kentucky. They were founded in 2009, and they were able to join the WFTA the same year as Ann Arbor in 2013. Entering the 2025 season, they are 10th in the North American Northeast, and their most recent game was on May 22nd versus Steel City Hurt, and they took the win with 110-108. Ann Arbor Roller Derby, as we know, this is their 15th season, so they were founded in 2010, and they also joined WFTDA in 2013. Entering this 2025 season, they are second in the North American Northeast. Their most recent game was also against Steel City Hurt, and they took the W with 253-54. 5 seconds as called, and that is Hanover Fist jamming for Ann Arbor and Stellar Lunar for Vet City. A quick bump, but Hannah is your lead jammer for Ann Arbor. A quick takeoff of that helmet cover is going to try to get the pass. Amazing defense from Ann Arbor to see that pass happening and push that pivot out of the way immediately. Vet City blocker number 9 is going to the box, and that's going to be for a direction of gameplay. Hanover Fist is coming up, and it appears that the Vet City pivot turn jammer is going back as a blocker for a moment. Whistle is called for a failure to return, and that is another Vet City blocker going to the box. Hanover Fist with a little bit of offense from Slamlet, picking up an additional 4 points. Vet City going to assume that pivot as a blocker and use as much force as they can to try to slow down Hanover Fist. Looks like we've got a lot of reversing, so they're going to draw that jammer back, and Ann Arbor is just going to go right along with them. And out of play is called. Ooh, a big old hit. Ooh. I could tell by the oohs on the other side because I didn't see it. So keep up the sound effects. That really helps me to know what's going on over there. Vet City blocker has returned to the box. Hannah is resetting. Through the inside to pick up a hard-earned 4 points for Ann Arbor. Little wave from the bench to say, slow it down, it's all right. We got some time. That Vet City jammer turn blocker, Bambi, is still stuck. Ann Arbor springing to play some offense. Vet City jammer through, but will pick up no points as they did not get out on their initial scoring pass. Hanover Fist achieving the highest scoring jam so far of this game at 18 points, bringing Ann Arbor's total to 80, Vet City 18. Sydney Bean jamming for Ann Arbor. First time we see them out today. Trying to get through those Vet City blockers. Some offense from Dom Sawyer is excellent. They're bringing back a blocker with them. Out of play called. That is Roadrunner jamming for Vet City. Sydney Bean, though, is your lead jammer for Ann Arbor. Roadrunner really coming into contact with Smarty Pants, Pressure, and Dom Sawyer, who have fortunately been out every time that they are there. This three-person blocking dynamic is incredible. But it looks like we're going to have a power jam for Vet City as Sydney Bean is going to the penalty box. Roadrunner is through. They may not be your lead jammer, but they are eligible to score points. So when something like this happens and our lead jammer goes to the penalty box, this jam will now go the full 2 minutes and have to come to a natural conclusion as the lead jammer loses the lead jammer status as soon as they get a penalty. 45 seconds left in this jam. Roadrunner trying to work hard to get through. Sydney Bean is back on the floor. Big offense from Dom Sawyer, pushing the Vet City skaters forward, but beast mode is drawing them back. Roadrunner working really hard to get through that trifecta up front, but is still being duped. But they are through, picking up 4 points for Vet City Rollerderby. And those points were not easily earned. They are back again to try to pick up another. Big contact with Dom Sawyer, but they have recovered quickly and are back through fighting. Sydney Bean at the front, trying to get through those last 2 Vet City skaters, and does, picking up 4 points for Ann Arbor Roller Derby. Our current score is 84-22. Ann Arbor. 7 minutes and 40 seconds left in this half. That's Hammer jamming for Ann Arbor roller derby. And I believe that's Jen Furno in the back getting up against a fight against Ann Arbor's blockers, being pushed to the inside by Shrewd Lee, being forced to reset. Hammer stuck up front between Coco Fry, out of control, who's bridging to keep everybody in play. Slamlet trying to play some offense and shake up the movement, but Bambi and Thumper is keeping track all over Hammer. Hammer trying to sneak through around the inside, but Coco and Addie are waiting for her. Bangs McCoy is also doing an incredible job of keeping up the communication of where that jammer is by Vet City. Ann Arbor doing a great job in the back, just holding on. If this jam keeps going the same way it is, we'll have another natural 2-minute jam, but maybe we won't get a lead jammer after all, as both teams have really locked down their defense. Hammer is your lead jammer for Ann Arbor after being in the pack for over a minute. 40 seconds left to pick up some points for Ann Arbor. Hammer picking up 4 points. Jen Fernal still stuck behind that trifecta of Ann Arbor blockers. Shrewd Lee drawing back. Hammer up again to score some points around the outside, looking for some offense from Slamlet. Ooh, a big old sweep coming from Ann Arbor to try to help Hammer. Jen Fernal is through, but the jam will come to its natural conclusion. 4 more points picked up by Hammer for Ann Arbor roller derby. On the jammer line, we have Stellar Lunar for Vet City and Sonnet Boom for Ann Arbor. Whistle is blown, and they are out of there. Fracture Mechanics trying to play some offense from Sonnet, who is usually able to run up the inside. Quick in and out is your lead jammer for Ann Arbor. Stellar Lunar still in the back, fighting against Blue-Eyed Bruiser in order to try to get through. A big hit, but a quick pop-up from Sonnet Boom. Fracture Mechanics coming up to play some more offense. Blue-Eyed Bruiser, and that's your captain back there, Ashtray, playing some incredible defense. And that Smarty Plants also hanging on back there as another large, solid trifecta for the Ann Arbor blockers. Sonnet Boom meeting a similar fate by the Vet City blockers in the front by that trifecta. A hop, skip, and a jump. Stellar Lunar is out. They are not your lead jammer, but are now eligible to score points. Sonnet Boom is going to tap the hips, call it off, and bring it all to an end, but not before picking up 4 points for Ann Arbor. Hanover Fist is jamming for Ann Arbor roller derby, back out there and attacks the Vet City blockers pretty quickly, being forced to reset all the way back by Coco Fry, hoping to open it up sometime. That is 55. Queen of Hearts jamming for Vet City. Hannah is your lead jammer. Now, Queen of Hearts has the helmet cover off and is looking for a star pass by Bambi and Thumper. Slamlight playing some offense for Hannah in the front, but Hannah is still caught up but is through, picking up an additional 4 points for Ann Arbor roller derby. It looks like we have a successful star pass in the back. A little chaotic, but Bambi Thumper is able to take advantage of that and streak through there. in order to end the jam. 4 more points picked up by Ann Arbor. That takes us over the century mark at 104-22. Crowd, you're a little quiet. What's happening? I promise this isn't a tennis match. You're allowed to yell and like be excited. It's not Wimbledon. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Skater Boy on the line for Ann Arbor. Getting some good offense from Dom Sawyer. Roadrunner back jamming for Vet City. Stuck behind Fracture Mechanics. Ashtray and Smarty Plans. Skater Boy, a whistle is blown, picked up a cut track penalty and is going to the box. Power jam for Roadrunner. Roadrunner has the opportunity to become the lead jammer and have control of this jam if they are able to get out of the wall of Ann Arbor skaters. It's a little chaotic, but that's okay. Ann Arbor is using Vet City to keep the... Oh, I spoke too soon. Roadrunner is your lead jammer for Vet City. Yeah, y'all better cheer. That was a hard-earned lead jammer. Roadrunner has been really putting their heart and soul in the floor tonight, jamming for Vet City, and has earned that lead jammer. Skater Boy is back in. They will need to get through, just like they did, and now they are eligible to score points. Roadrunner will tap the hips, call off the jam, picking up 4 points for Vet City Rollerderby. That brings our total to 104-26. Sonic Boom jamming for Ann Arbor. And, Stellar Lunar bending backwards on that inside line and getting lead jammer for Vet City. Stellar Lunar is fast. Oh, my goodness. Start pass happened, and Slamlet is now your jammer for Ann Arbor. Go Slamlet. Go Slamlet. Ooh, a quick slam on the toe stop. Stellar Lunar is going to call it off. With that whistle, that is halftime. Are we having fun? Okay, I want to hear more of that fun in the next half. This is like the trial run. We can all pick it up just a smidgen, okay? Anyways, go check out Tacos El Mariachi Loco while we are hanging out. Also, remember, restrooms are in that brick building. Just use whatever is clever, whatever line is shorter. We're all friends and family here. And we'll see you back here for the second half of the first game, Ann Arbor Roller Derby A versus Vet City Roller Derby Vixens. Okay, we're back. Hey. Okay. So I do have a request. We got to bring a little bit more energy this time. We're giving Masters, it's giving Wimbledon, and I'm not really into that, okay? If I wanted to just watch people like hit a ball back and forth, I would do that at home. But this, we're hitting people back and forth. So let's give a little bit more energy this time. More energy, more energy, more passion, more passion. Let's do it. I also speak in TikToks and memes. If you have any special requests, I will sing to you. But mostly, I just want you to be excited about roller derby because I'm excited about roller derby. So let me hear you make some noise. I'll take it. I asked really politely, so thank you very much. All right, friends and family, but seriously, this second half of our first game, let's make a lot of noise. Let's cheer let's cheer the teams on. They are working very hard. Our current score is 104 Ann Arbor, 29 Vet City, but Vet City has really come back and has been locking it down in the second half of the first half. Hand over fist. Jamming for Ann Arbor, but that is Stellar Lunar, who is out and is your lead jammer for Vet City. Quick offense, and the Hanover Fist is out, but Stellar Lunar is already back, at least getting 1, 2, 3, 4 points for Vet City. 4 quick points scored for Vet City. That brings their total to 33. What a great way to start off the second half of our first game this evening. For those of you who may have got suckered into it, yes, there are 2 games tonight, so don't leave after this one. We're all in this together. If you get it, you get it. Five seconds, up in the air, skater boy jamming for Ann Arbor Roller Derby. And that is, that's Roadrunner jamming and got lead jammer for Vet City. Yeah, girl. Their boy being cautious up front, but now that they are through and eligible to score points, Fracture Mechanics putting the brakes on Roadrunner, and she will call it off. Oh, no points picked up for Betsy, but that's okay. That's 2 lead jammers in a row, so a win is a win. On the line for Ann Arbor Roller Derby, we have a hammer, and that is, I'll see in a minute who that is for Vet City. If I had to guess, I would say it's Ginferno. No. Stellar Luna? Okay. Hammer up front. Fighting against Vet City blockers who are doing an incredible job at playing some defense. In the back, Stellar Luna is up against Ann Arbor Roller Derby. Ratchet. Track cut picked up by Hammer and going to the penalty box. Stellar Lunar is your lead jammer. And I would like to apologize to Ratchet. I realized that I thought that you and Stellar Lunar were the same person. My bad, girl. Penalties flying all over, but Stellar Lunar is able to pick up 4 points for for Vet City Roller Derby. Vet City on a power jam. No pack is called. Vet City going to try to catch that Ann Arbor blocker. Stellar hit to the outside and forced to reset. Hammer back in and scoring not scoring points, but still on their initial pass for Ann Arbor Roller Derby. No pack has been called. Hammer is through. A whistle is blown. Somebody's going to the box. Stellar Lunar will call off that jam. Stellar Lunar scoring 8 points for Vet City in that jam. So Ratchet, if you didn't hear me, I'm sorry, girl. You've been killing it. Ratchet is on the jammer line for Vet City, and that is Sonic Boom on the line for Ann Arbor. Whistle is blown, and it looks like Vet City is going to start down a blocker as one went to the box at the end of that jam. Sonic Boom working hard to get through. Working on the inside, working on the outside. Beast Mode sends her to the ground, but she is out. Big ol' hit from Fracture Mechanics sends Ratchet down to the ground. A quick recovery. Sonic Boom is up and eligible to score points. Ratchet's going to take off that helmet cover and look for their pivot to try to pass, but the pivot is busy with Sonic Boom up front. No pack being called, and unfortunately that pivot is going to go to the box for an out of play call. So Ratchet is on their own in the pack. Sonic getting a hit from Ratchet to the outside, able to weave around it. Coming into contact with the Vet City blockers, but it's through, picking up an additional 4 points for Ann Arbor. Sonic Boom back in the pack. Ratchet still stuck behind those blockers with a tap to the hit. Sonic Boom will call off this jam. 116-41. So for those of you who are new to this, there is a Roller Derby World Cup, and Ann Arbor is lucky enough to have a few of their skaters who have made it into World Cup teams. Sonic Boom will be skating for Jewish Roller Derby. Captain Ashtray will be skating for Team Indigenous Rising. And Hammer is on the practice squad for Team Norway. Let's give them a huge round of applause for all of their hard work. Hanover Fist is out as your lead jammer for Ann Arbor Roller Derby. They are stuck in the front. They probably have picked up 1 point by now. Roadrunner is in the back, working hard against those Ann Arbor blockers, looking for some offense from their pivot. A big sweep by Slamlet to the outside is taking Bambi and Thumper. A hop jump leads Hannah out, but Queen of Hearts is also out with a successful star pass by Vet City. Hannah's going to come in hot, take the hit to the outside. It is going to be a 1 point that they were able to pick up for Ann Arbor in that before their bump out. No points picked up for Vet City. Skater Boy is on the line for Ann Arbor, and that's Stellar Lunar on the line for Vet City. Skater Boy bobbing and weaving and trying to get around. Some beautiful offense being played on the inside by Dom. Everybody is tumbled. Skater Boy is going to play the safe route and reset. Unfortunately, they have gotten 2 track cut penalties, so they're going to try to play it safe this round, which totally makes sense. We live and we learn, right? Stellar Lunar is stuck in the back behind Fracture Mechanics, Ashtray, and Smarty Plants. Up front, it is total chaos, but Skater Boy is your lead jammer for Ann Arbor Roller Derby. Big hit by Fracture Mechanics to take Stellar Lunar to the outside. Skater Boy bobs, weaves, bends, breaks, and picks up 4 points for Ann Arbor. Stellar Lunar looking for that helmet, for that star pass to the pivot, is successful, but Bambi and Thumper comes immediately face to face with Ashtray, who slows them down. But Bambi and Thumper, oh my goodness, is able to get around the track and get out. Not eligible to score points, or I'm sorry, not eligible to call off the jam, but is eligible to score points. A quick tap to the hips, and Skater Boy will call it off after picking up an additional 4 points. That brings our score to 133-41. On the line for Vet City, that is Ginferno, and that is Hammer. But Ginferno is your lead jammer. But here comes Hammer chasing them down, and it is an all-out sprint of our packs. Oh, this is so much fun. This is my favorite. Here they go. Ginferno hitting the pack first with that speed. We'll call it off. And we'll see how many points were picked up. None for Ann Arbor. A little quick discussion, and none for Vet City. I know, me too, y'all. I thought it was at least going to be one. But that's okay. 0-0 is still a win. Ratchet is jamming for Vet City, and that is Sonnet Boom jamming for Ann Arbor. Sonnet doing a great job of keeping their feet moving and working side to side to get through those blockers. Ratchet in the back doing some incredible moves, but Sonnet Boom is going to be your lead jammer for Ann Arbor. Ratchet with the star cover off, looking for a pass, but Sonnet is already up and ready to score some points. Oh, but we are going to switch, and Sonnet's going to go to the box. That means that is a power jam for Vet City. If they can get Queen of Hearts out, they will have a jammer who is eligible to score points. Fracture Mechanics sending Queen of Hearts out, allowing Ann Arbor to reset at the back of the pack. Queen of Hearts telling her blockers, come on back, because Sonnet Boom is re-entered the pack. And if you remember, is eligible to score points. Because she went to the box, she is no longer your lead jammer and cannot call off this jam. So this jam will go the full 2 minutes. Fracture Mechanics giving Sonnet some offense. And man, Queen of Hearts in the back is caught up with Ann Arbor. A brief tangle at the front will send Sonnet Boom resetting to the back. 22 seconds left in this jam. Sonnet is back through, and is out. A whistle has blown, and beast mode from Vet City is going to the box. 5 seconds left in this jam, and Sonnet is the only jammer eligible to score points right now. The jam will come to its natural conclusion at 2 minutes. 2 additional points picked up by Sonnet Boom. On the jam line for Ann Arbor, that's Hanover Fist. And oh, my brain broke. Roadrunner for Vet City. Hanover Fist taking a big hit from Coco Fry and Bambi Thumper, but scoots around on the outside and unfortunately picks up a track penalty. So now we are eligible for a power jam for Vet City if they can get Roadrunner out. A big little pile up on the outside, allowing them to reset. Let's see. Roadrunner is out and is your lead jammer for Vet City. And they are on a power jam. This is a great time to take advantage of that jammer being in the box and allow Roadrunner to score some points. They are in the pack and working their way through. A little bit of confusion, but Vet City is reorganizing because Hannah is out of the box. Hannah may not be your lead jammer and cannot score points, but they are now through on their initial pass and can now score points. Roadrunner calls the jam. They are your lead. And they pick up 4 points for Vet City. Official timeout is being called. While we have our official timeout, that means I'm going to yap at you guys a little bit more. Just so any latecomers know what's going on this season, Ann Arbor Roller Derby is entering their 15th season this year. That is a huge testament of retention and skaters and fun and honestly all of you, because we couldn't do this without you. So fans, give yourself a huge round of applause, because whether you became fans today, 15 years ago, or even last year, you're still a huge part of Ann Arbor's growth. So give yourself a round of applause. Yes, clap for you. Hooray! I also want to remind you that Ann Arbor is having an after party tonight. It's going to be at Hearsay Brewing at 2350 West Liberty Street, Ann Arbor. We also want to say thank you to our sponsors, Expert Physical Therapy. Want to know the secret behind our strength on the track? Expert Physical Therapy. Their personalized care, focus on injury prevention, keeps us rolling at Ann Arbor Roller Derby. Shout out to the amazing team for being our go-to support system. And Sisu, an astonishingly thin, obnoxiously bright, boomerang-shaped chunk of technology, revolutionizing mouthguards across the universe and offering more protection and less mouthguard. Sisu, I just want to talk. Who wrote this? Because there's a lot going on in this. I just need to have a conversation with you. It's great. I love a Sisu mouthguard. It saved my teeth when I played roller derby, but come on now. We're going to have a conversation. All right, we're back in action. The whistle has rolled. Never mind, the rest are still chatting, so you're stuck with me. I get to yap a little more. If you are seeing roller derby and you're like, you know what, I got to be a part of it. I finally have talked myself into it. I want to do it. Awesome. Ann Arbor is having a crash course starting in September of this year, where they're going to teach you how to skate, teach you the basics of roller derby, and get you on the way. But Banya, I don't want to be hit. That sounds terrible. Cool, you can be a ref, one of those awesome people in the zebra uniforms in the middle, or even better, you don't want to be on skates for whatever reason. I also totally get it. You can be an NSO, who is a non-skating official. Without our refs and NSOs, we could not do literally anything. So they are a vital part of roller derby. Roller derby is not limited to just the skaters, but also those who help the skaters skate. So if you want to be a part of the roller derby world, please check out the Ann Arbor merch table and get more information. Our Yap Fest is not over yet because we are still on an official timeout. So I want to see how far everyone has traveled. If you traveled from Bowling Green, Kentucky with Vet City, make some noise. If you drove 2 hours to see roller derby, make some noise. All right. If you drove an hour to watch the roller derby, make some noise. Woo. How about 45 minutes? How about half an hour? Did anybody fly here? Yeah. How about you were just down the street? We love to hear it. Thank you to everybody who is here tonight, because it's just so much fun. I'm having fun with you all. Oh, you're also lucky my yap session has been cut off because we got the whistle and we are back in action. Oh, 5 seconds up in the air. That is Skater Boy jamming for Ann Arbor and Stellar Lunar jamming for Vet City. Stellar Lunar almost threw on the inside, but forced to reset when their skate went out of bounds. Skater Boy also hit to the outside and being forced to reset. They are working their way through, ducking and dodging, picking up the speed as they are crowned the lead jammer of this jam. Stellar Lunar stuck behind Fracture Mechanic, Smarty Plants, and Astray, looking for a pivot to pass it to. Skater Boy is through, is your lead jammer, and just scored 4 points. Stellar Lunar almost completely through, but Fracture Mechanics just shutting that down real quick. Skater Boy, a little hop to the inside, has picked up an additional 4 points. Stellar Lunar finally sneaking through. They may not be your lead jammer, but they are eligible to score points. Skater Boy up, attacking the front of the pack. go against a couple. Hands on the hips. The whistle is blown. 2 points. Picked up by Skater Boy in that last little part. None for Vet City. Our current score is 150 Ann Arbor, 45 Vet City Roller Derby. On the line, that is Ratchet for Vet City and Hammer for Ann Arbor. Hammer coming into contact quickly with those Vet City blockers. Number 9, Billy Psycho, really shutting it down in the back. Ratchet is tangled up with Meg A. Bacon, but Hammer sprints along the outside and is able to pick up lead. Jammer. A beautiful star pass from Ratchet to Bambi and Thumper as Hammer skates by on her toe stops, meeting up with Coco Fry, and will call off the jam. Hammer picked up 1 point. On the jam line, we have Sydney Bean for Ann Arbor, and that's Ginferno for Vet City. Whoever that guy is, I really appreciate you because you're keeping me on track. Shout out to you. Sydney Bean stuck behind a 4 wall at the front of Vet City blockers. That's Big City Slam knocking her out and drawing her back. The refs are watching to make sure that they don't take her out of bounds. Sydney Bean squeaking by on the inside and is your lead jammer. Ginferno stuck behind Fracture Mechanics, who's got a hold of her. Sydney Bean squeaking through some offense from Fracture Mechanics, but is pushed to the inside and forced to reset. 2 more blockers to get through and is out. Fracture Mechanics and Smarty Plans not giving Ginferno a moment of rest. I am so sorry. Sydney Bean up, hitting the outside, as once again Ginferno is brought to the back to reset. Out of play is being called, back is reset. Sydney Bean in the stunt, both jammers kind of stuck in a similar spot. A beautiful star pass, but Fracture Mechanics was waiting for Queen of Hearts, and now they will have to get through. Sydney Bean is up and scoring and squeaked through on the inside, had to reset a little bit, but is making the practice way around. A quick fall to the inside and reset by Beast Mode. With a yell from the bench to call it, Sydney will call it off before Queen of Hearts is able to pick up any points. 12 points picked up by her in this jam. That brings our score to 163-45. Hanover Fist on the line for Ann Arbor, and that's Roadrunner. Thank you, friend. On the line for Vet City. Whistle blows, and they're out of their Hanover Fist, really muscling their way through and picking up your lead jammer. Roadrunner stuck at the back, looking for a pivot, but also hoping for some offense to shake things up. A little tango on there. There's something on the track. Yikes. Everybody's picking it up. Doesn't matter. Moving forward, Roadrunner meets Murder by Proxy, and Hannah is able to get through and pick up another 4 points for Ann Arbor. A little bit of chaos, and Hannah is hopefully able to take advantage of it. Roadrunner is through and is eligible to score points. Hannah, waiting for the signal from the bench, will call it off. Ratchet is on the line for Vet City, and that is Skater Boy on the line for Ann Arbor Roller Derby. Skater Boy getting some offense from Dom Sawyer in the front. Ratchet stuck underneath Fracture Mechanics, quite literally and figuratively, lifting her off of her feet, but unfortunately is back with Fracture and Blue-Eyed Bruiser. Skater Boy at the front, trying to battle their way through Vet City and manage it. Skater Boy is your lead jammer for Ann Arbor Roller Derby. Ratchet trying to play a little bit of defense in the back, but getting caught by Blue-Eyed Bruiser again. Skater Boy being pushed to the outside, and Queen of Hearts forcing them to reset. Ratchet is still trying to get out on their initial path. The star is off. They're doing a lovely little back bend. Skater Boy being hit out by Big City Slam, and unfortunately picked up another cut track penalty, and that will leave Vet City on a power jam. Vet City's gonna have to work really hard to get their jammer out, because this Ann Arbor, woo! Big ol' hit from Queen of Hearts on Smarty Plants. I don't miss that. Good gracious, I know that hurt. Ratchet resetting in the back behind Ann Arbor. Big old step and being caught on the outside by those Ann Arbor blockers. Vet City unable to help them, but they were able to squeak by on the inside, and they are not your lead, but they are able to score points now. Skater Boy is out and is returning. 15 seconds left for both of these jammers to pick up some points for their team. The beautiful amoeba happening right now is Skater Boy is able to get out and pick up 4 points for their team. 1 point being picked up by Ratchet for Vet City. Our score right now is 175, Ann Arbor 46, Vet City. 7 minutes and 50 seconds left in the second half of our first game this evening. Ann Arbor, are you having fun? Okay, then, like, I don't know, act like it. Come on now. Let's party safely. Hammer is your jammer out there for Ann Arbor, and that is Stellar Lunar, who is stuck in the back of Vet City. Hammer really fighting against Baby and Thumper to get out. Yeah, we love this energy. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, now it sounds like a roller derby game. Hammer caught up in the front by Coco Fry. And Vet City's defense has truly locked in, and it is a beautiful thing to see. Slam taking the L, but is also able to get Hammer out, and there's now your lead jammer for Ann Arbor. Stellar Lunar getting tracked behind Maggie Bacon's Shrewd Fall lead, trying to get out. Hammer was sent to the inside by Coco Fry, who is resetting them. Bambi and Thumper trying to crawl their way past the Ann Arbor blockers. Terminator pushing her to the outside, forcing the reset. Hammer still stuck behind the Vet City blockers. Coco Fry is doing an incredible job of pushing Hammer to the outside and slowing it down. There's still 40 seconds left in this jam. Hammer is the only jammer that is eligible to score points at this moment, because Bambi and Thumper has not completed their initial pass. A pack destruction penalty picked up by Coco Fry. A lot of yelling from the benches, but that's okay. The jam will come to its natural conclusion after 2 minutes. Hammer picking up 4 hard-earned points on that last pass. Okay, you're good. I'm just sniffling. No, it's right here. I'm fine. Roadrunner on the jam line, but it is for Vet City, but Sonnet Boom makes quick work and is out and is your lead. Jammer, Fracture Mechanics delivering a sickening hit to Roadrunner, taking her down. Oh my goodness. Big City Slam getting tangled up with Sonnet Boom, and they're both forced to reset. Roadrunner doing a great job at keeping that footwork up. Coco Fry coming in and trying to play some offense for them. Sonnet Boom stuck behind the likes of Beast Mode, Big City Slam, and Queen of Hearts in the back. Dom Sawyer trying to play some offense. Oh, big old tingle by Astray. Can we have the EMTs to the floor, please? The medics to the floor. Thank you. Unfortunately, with full contact sports, injuries do happen, but it's incredible to see skaters get up on their own volition, and that's wonderful. Because the jam was called off for a medical injury, Roadrunner will need to remain seated for the next 3 jams just to make sure that everything is Gucci. 3? That's what I thought. Did I say 3? Oh, okay. 3. No, it's okay. That's fine. And I'm like going through my Rolodex. I'm like, what do I remember? Our officials are probably saying if there needs to be a penalty assessed for what just happened. But while we wait, who's here for Ann Arbor Roller Derby? Who's here for Vet City Roller Derby? Vet City, I do have to say, I think you brought some of the loudest fans we've ever had from an opposing team, so I like it. Remember, stick around after this game is over. We do have a second one this evening. This is a doubleheader. Coming up next, we will have Ann Arbor C team playing against Vet City Roller Derby Venom. Venom. Whew. And with that whistle, that means we are back in action. Ratchet on the line for Vet City. And that looks like Sydney Bean jamming again for Ann Arbor. Ratchet going to be pushed to the inside by Terminator and Slamlet. Sydney Bean stuck behind a deadly 4-wall of Vet City. Ratchet sneaking around the outside. Terminator unable to catch her. And Ratchet is your lead jammer for Vet City. Whistles everywhere. Somebody's going to the box. And Ratchet is leaping through to pick up points for Vet City. 4 on the board. Sydney Bean still stuck in that fast-moving pack, was able to sneak through. They may not be your lead, but she is eligible to score points. A whistle is blown. Somebody else is going to the box. That's Mega Bacon. Ratchet is going to call it off, picking up an additional 2 points. 7 points picked up in that jam by Vet City, bringing their total to 53. I just need it across my legs. My toes are cold. That breeze. Ain't no joke. Closer. We can share a warm. 5 in the air, and that is Genferno and Hanover Fist skating for Ann Arbor. Hanover Fist picked picking up lead after having to reset, being hit to the inside. Genferno running into Ashtray and letting Queen of Hearts take the L for her while Fracture Mechanics clears the way for her jammer. 2 points picked up by Hannah in that jam. Oh my. Skater Boy is jamming for Ann Arbor. Oh, we're going to have a cute little timeout by Vet City. So clearly we're here for the sport of roller derby, but does anybody watch any other sports or involved in any other sports that would like to get a shout out? Rugby. Ooh, we got some rugby players here. Who else we got? Nobody even plays golf? Okay, fine. Does anybody have dogs? Me too, I have 4. Anybody have cats? All right, I have 3 of those too. How about reptiles? Woo! All right, we'll come back to this. On the line is Ratchet for Vet City and Skater Boy for Ann Arbor. All I see is just helmets flying, arms in the air. This is intense, but Ratchet pulls it out and is your lead jammer for Vet City. Skater Boy is stuck in a tangle of blockers, and Ratchet is already up, jumping through, spinning around Shrewd Fall lead, but then getting caught. Skater Boy forced to reset. Ratchet running along the outside, swinging in the inside, Slamlet catching her on the inside line. Skater Boy, a beautiful little hop, is through and is now on their scoring pass. Ratchet telling their team to come on, speed it up, what we doing? And calls it off. 4 points that were picked up. 1 point picked up by Skater Boy. Okay, who's got reptiles? What you got? Snakes and lizards? Oh, man, that's really cool. Who's got birds? How about farm animals? Does anybody have a goat I can come pet? I like goats. What about horses? Cows? Pigs? Chickens? Are your chickens friendly? What other pets do people have? You have a rabbit? Oh my goodness, I bet it's so cute. How about fish? Does anybody have fish? Do you have like to clean out the tank all the time? I don't like fish. I killed them. One summer I had to go buy a fish every 3rd day from this poor man that ran a goldfish shop because I killed the fish every other day. I don't know if that's bad for the fish or for the man, but whatever, I kept him in business that whole summer. Let's see, how many children under the age of 12 are in the house? Woo! We love the kids. And did you know that there's junior roller derby? So like, if your child, your rent-a-kid, your like niece, nephew wants to do it, they could do it too. My sign? I'm a Cancer. Yeah. Um, One moment. I'll tell you in a second. Okay. I am a Cancer, but I am a Capricorn rising. My sun is in Cancer, and my moon is in Sagittarius. That's it. My Mercury's in Cancer, and so is my Jupiter. But my Venus is in Gemini. I see you got a Waffle House hat. Can you fight? Did you earn that hat from fighting at Waffle House? They just gave it to you? Did you work there? Oh, so you can't fight. Listen, I live in Toledo now, and it's like if you go to Waffle House, like you have to be able to fight. My husband calls it American hibachi, which, you know, we do what we can. But American hibachi is delicious, so come down to Toledo and see me, and I'll take you to my favorite Waffle House. They're very nice there. They make the best waffles. And also, there's this one guy who makes incredible scrambled eggs. Everybody's held hostage because nobody gave me a script for what happens next. So, what's everybody else's signs? Hey, you're a Pisces? Oh, I love a Pisces. What else we got? What's your sign? A Gemini? I love a Gemini. Hey. What else we got? A Leo? One of my best friends is a Leo. What are you? A Virgo? One of my best friends is also a Virgo. So I know we can be friends. What are you? A Virgo? Okay, 2 Virgos. Who else? Another Virgo? What's with the Virgos? I'm not complaining, but like September, yeah, I'm not. Like, it's fine. Everything's fine. Let's see. What's the request?
You said earlier you would do songs, so I would like some Britney Spears.
Okay. I have received a request for a song. I am open to songs. I do love karaoke, and they gave me a hot mic. So, like, oh, what you got? All right, you're saved from a song for now. Anyways, thank you to Gio for letting me know what was going on. There was an official review called by Vet City. Vet City was requesting that the point that was given to Ann Arbor be removed because they did not believe that that jammer had passed a blocker before the 4th whistle. After the officials chit-chatted, they decided that Skater Boy had indeed earned that point, so that they will not retain their official review. Thank you, refs. Appreciate you. I'll sing to y'all later. Or now? Okay. Well, there's actually things going on we got to pay attention to. Hammer, oh Lord. Hammer is your jammer for Ann Arbor. And in the back, I see Ratchet jamming for Vet City. Hey, let's get a little bit more energy. A little bit more energy. There we go. More passion, more passion, more energy, more energy. Yeah, that. Hammer takes a tumble to the inside, and Ratchet is also forced to reset on the outside. Both jammers re-enter, but these packs are tight. I mean, I don't know what's happening in the second half, but everybody is locking it down. Vet City is not letting anybody through, and Hammer is just going from side to side to side, and Ratchet is getting pushed back and caught up in Ann Arbor's walls. 52 seconds have gone by, and we now have your lead jammer, who is Hammer for Ann Arbor. With that scene, if you see all the refs doing the tap to the head, that means that the star has been removed And that has been a successful star pass to let the jam ref know they got to follow somebody else. Bambi and Thumper is almost like a contortionist trying to get through these Ann Arbor blockers. A whistle is blown and beast mode is going to the box. We have a 3-wall for Vet City. Bambi and Thumper kind of looking like, hey, is anybody going to help me? No? Okay. 12 seconds left in this jam as Hammer is trying to work to gain any points that she can. Oh, is that the end? Nobody tells me anything. That's the end. So please wait to go to the track to give high fives until we give the okie doke. Our refs and NSOs are doing math, which I am not good at, and they're just making sure that everything is correct. So please remain, you can stand, you don't gotta remain seated, but please do not approach the track until we get our final rolling whistle that announces that we are donezo. Let's hear it for Vet City. That's our rolling whistle. You may now approach the track to give high fives to your competing teams this evening. And Ann Arbor Roller Derby A is your winning team. Come on, come do your lap. Y'all can do all that cheering later. Let's go. And once again, give it up for Vet City Roller Derby Vixens. If y'all don't go take a lap too, go on now, get. Y'all worked hard. You deserve your lap. Get on out there. Congratulations to both teams. We are going to take a little bit of a break so that Ann Arbor City and our Vet City Venom can warm up for the next game. I highly encourage you to stick around and check it out. Skaters from the first game, please report to the middle of the track for a picture. Skaters from the first game, please report to the middle of the track for a picture. Just so everybody knows, the taco truck will be leaving in about 20 minutes. So if you want some tacos, now is your time. Go support Tacos El Mariachi Loco and go get your tacos. Now they will be pulling out of here in about 20 minutes. All right, they cut the music, so I guess that's my cue. Hey, everybody, welcome. We are going into the second game of tonight. It is Vet City Roller Derby Venom versus Ann Arbor Roller Derby C team. I know it's a little chilly out there, but do you know how you can keep warm? By clapping for these skaters and staying excited and keeping that energy up. All right, let's get started with some introductions. We're going to get started with Vet City Roller Derby Venom. All right, 102, we have Booty Popper. 143, Knuckle Sammy.